All right, how are you? Hope you're having a good day. Fern and little Bowie, come up here, little guy. Oh, Fern and little Bowie here for another update on our life together. He's a little feisty because it is lunchtime, and he's hungry. And like all beagles, they are incredibly food motivated because of that nose is so powerful and just really can't get enough of food. All right, big guy, hold on. And also, a lot of hounds, specifically beagles, are kind of prone to food aggression. So I've been trying to take a lot of steps to avoid that by when he's eating, I'm petting him, I'm putting my hand in his bowl. When he was chewing on stuff, I would always come over, take the bone away, bring it back, trying to be proactive about it. However, this weekend, he had a bully stick, or this bully ring. I think he was okay with the bully stick, but it was like this ring, which is basically just a bully stick in a circle. And my wife I went to pet him or something, and he was growling. So little red flag there. She just took it away from him at that point. But it's telling me that he's got the tendency to be a little grumpy around food, which is not uncommon, and I'm really not surprised by that. So, also, he eats incredibly fast, like he inhales his food. Again, this is a very typical beagle thing. So we're going to do an exercise right now that I've been doing to try to slow him down. As you can see, he's very excited. So I've been doing the impulse control, getting him to take treats politely and hopefully having a calm association to food. As you see, it has not quite worked yet. We still have to work on that. But so what I'm going to do is I'm going to feed him his lunch, and I'm going to do it in a way that I'm trying to calm him down, to give him a different association to food, which is going to help him hit the food bowl instead of in a crazy state of mind into a little calmer state of mind, so that he's not really engulfing it as much. Now, we've only been doing this a couple days. He still goes at it pretty fast, but I'm hoping we're going to see improvements over time. So the strategy of this is, hey, big guy. The strategy is to take his meal, instead of giving it in one sitting, we're going to give it to him in 10. Starting with 0, nothing in the bowl, and then I work my way up little by little. And what this does is it kind of devalues the excitement of coming there, because there's not much there, and we're doing it over and over again. And every repetition I do, he should get calmer and calmer. All right? He's still, like I said, it's still a work in progress. He still eats pretty frantically, but let's see how he does, all right? All right, big guy, you ready? So, I make a lot of noise with his food. However, the first portion is nothing. There's nothing in there, all right? Then we're going to do our thing, which he's very used to waiting very patiently as I give him the food, and then I say, okay, and he goes to the food, but there's nothing there, all right? And he's like, what is this, some kind of a cruel joke? Say, okay, we're going to go for the second course. I'm going to do the same thing, except this time, we got one little nugget. That's it, okay? We do our thing. Okay. And he goes over and he takes his one piece and he's like, what the hell? You suck. That's it? All right, we're going to course number 3. I come over, same thing, make a lot of noise. This time, with 4 little pieces of food. All right, as you can see, he's still pretty excited. Okay. Okay, so he gets to the bowl a little calm, but he's still eating a little frantically. So we still got some work to do. All right, we're going to our next portion. All right, another handful of food. Little guy gets in position, gives me a little eye contact, okay. And he goes and he eats his snack. So I usually break it up into like 8 or 10 portions, and then as he does good, I would slowly go it down slower and, less and less portions as he does good. All right. So now I'm not doing 10 portions like I sometimes do. I'm only going to do a couple here. What I've been doing on the last portion here is I have a handful of food also. So while I give it down to him, then what I do is I'm going to put these in his bowl. So he knows, hey, when I go near his bowl, good things happen. More food appears instead of me taking it away, so he doesn't have to be possessive over it. Okay, so he's still taking it a little bit more frantically than I would like, but again, this is a work in progress. This is really tricky for beagles and hound dogs because they are so food driven. But you know, he's getting used to me. Like the food bowl it's still never a problem, but just because he showed that little growliness with a bully stick, I proactively am working the food bowl anyway because it couldn't hurt. I'm just thinking, you know, my kids and stuff. As you can see, he's, yeah, it's like I'm starving him. He's still not done. Like, he would eat until he explodes if I let him. So we're working on it. Like I said, he's still a work in progress, but he's a good boy. Hey, Terry, how are you? Oh, yes, he is cute. Yeah, thank God, because he's driving me crazy. So we're working on that, but that's how I do the food bowl thing. I divide it up into usually like 10 portions or so, somewhere between 7 and 10, the first portion being nothing, and then each portion is slowly a little bit more food. And what happens is it's taking the excitement of hitting the bowl a little bit down each time, and he should get calmer repetition after repetition, as well as day after day, and hopefully that this will translate to him having a calm association to food and have him not eat so frantically. Okay. Hey, Regina, how you doing? Yes, we are doing good. We had a long trip to the vet. My vet is not nearby, but he's good enough. He's so good that I will travel for him. And we had to take a trip because even after being through the medications for coccidia, his poop is still horrible, really bad. So I wanted to get it rechecked, see if there's something else we're missing, if the medication didn't work. And sometimes it could be a little stubborn, these parasites, to get rid of. But both him and I are just begging this to get ready because he wants to play with other dogs, and I want to get him socialized and tired as soon as possible. Hey, I'm trying to see there. Okay, Raylan, how are you? You just got a puppy. All right. Oh, good. Yeah. Hey, share your experiences too. So it looks like you just got a puppy as well. That's awesome. Let's share our experiences together and commiserate on the exhaustion that comes with having a puppy. Other than that, we're doing, you know, pretty good. It's just, you know, day to day, it's a struggle just to try to get stuff done with him because he's so time consuming. So one of the things my wife and I, you know, even though I'm a dog trainer, I'm a supposed expert, you know, I still struggle like everyone else. And sometimes it's good to have a third party kind of looking at you from the inside to give you a fresh perspective. That's why I love that there's other dog trainers on here who can help me and critique some of my technique to let me know if there's some things I'm missing. But, you know, he was getting really wild and crazy, like really nippy. My kids are a little scared of him often. So I was doing, number one, I'm doing a lot of proactive training just to try to, instead of waiting for him to figure out what to do, to try to tell him exactly what I want to do. But then my wife, you know, said, you know, with kids, if they get overtired, they get crazy. And I remember when my kids when they were babies, when they had a big day of activities, like putting them to bed at night was horrendous. Like they would just never, it was just that we paid for it. And I always didn't want to overstimulate him after that because it made bedtime just a chore. So my wife's like, well, maybe the same thing's happening to him because I've had him really busy. We've been socializing like crazy. I'm all over the place, trying to exercise him like mad. And I realized, you know what, maybe it's too much. Maybe he needs more rest. So over the weekend, we experimented with giving him more time in his crate, making him take more naps. And, hey, get you out of there. Trying to get a little dessert. And it worked. His behavior is actually better with more rest periods. So something now, you know, she says that, I'm like, yeah, I should have seen it. But it took her kind of fresh outlook to get out of there to really like help me see it, you know. So it's a learning process for everyone, you know. Even us trainers struggle and are making it up as we go along sometimes. But one thing this guy's doing, he is testing my patience, but he's also making me a better trainer. Because he's really making me experiment with a lot of things and think outside the box a lot because he's not going according to plan sometimes. So I'm really grateful for that, this experience with him, because I think it's going to make me help my clients in such a better way. And that's why I want to share this journey with you so you can hopefully learn from my mistakes as well and from what's going on. But he is a cute boy. So, ow, that's my ear. So I'm going to go have my lunch, if you'll let me. And we'll see you again tomorrow. I'll give you the update on how everything's going and come up maybe so we'll show you some more training that I'm doing with the big guy. All right. Thank you guys for checking us out. And Bowie and I will see you real soon. Thank you. Ah.